My video for September 17th, 2019 is video number 3210. The title is The Charade of the Jealous God. Frankly, I cannot blame others for the deception that I was brainwashed by from childhood. Even as an avid Bible reader and I thought student, I missed it most of my life. While the Bible contains words from God, it is mixed with a plethora of contradictions that make no sense when we step back and look at things with a more open mind. The jealous God had a good reason to be so insecure. It was playing the role heaped with blatant and damning contradictions. Forget love. These fallen angels were masters of the lie, con artists of misdirection. Forget peace. Love and peace are not profitable. And the generation of vipers, as Jesus called them, are vicious terrorists, spreading war around the globe. Forget truth. They have mastered the art of deception. Humanity has been conned. My big questions continue to be, 1, is there a loving creator? And 2, will creator ever end the deception and all that has been experienced as a result? One more, 3, have I lived my entire life in vain, wanting to play a role in bringing the kingdom of heaven to earth? I wait for answers. Love, peace, truth. Where? When? How? Once again, I am struggling to come up with reasons for why I am questioning everything and topics to make them interesting enough that people will still watch them. I like getting comments on my videos, and yet sometimes I don't. My most important videos sometimes do not seem to get hardly any comments at all. I welcome, even discussion. I mean, I have a Christian lady that's communicating with me now about some things and going through her points of view, and I respect those. I don't agree with them all, but I respect them because we're seekers. And I say that word now, and I just finished listening to both sides of the 50th album CD of the Seekers, which is still my favorite group. And that's the 50th anniversary of the Seekers, the 50th anniversary CD, 50 songs. Anyway, that's another whole subject off the topic for this, but it just came out from Seekers because we need to be seekers. We need to open our minds. We need to be willing to take another look at things. Now, I listened to and watched a video of a man earlier today who was a Mormon, and he and his wife both became born again Christians. And he did that because the Bible, he says, has no contradictions. Well, I can't blame him for coming to that conclusion because that's what we were taught. But he wasn't taught that. He was taught that the Book of Mormon had no contradictions, and he found them, which is why he left the church that he was raised in, and his wife left it also. And he told an interesting story. I have to admit it was interesting, and I stayed till the end. But most people are not willing to go outside the box. And if they are willing, they're often blackmailed to keep them in line. In other words, people that might want to blow the whistle are kept in line by fear of what might happen to them or even their family, their children, their relatives. because the ones that control things on this planet are demonic. They are not benevolent beings, never have been benevolent beings. Even when they put on a religious charade, as they do and have done for eons, it's laced with lies. It's laced with half truths, but not the truth. When we know the truth, we will be set free. But what is the truth? Well, the truth is we are to love one another. That's the first and only really important commandment. That's where everything has to start. Nothing can proceed without actually loving. And those that are deceptive are not loving. A person who is loving will tell the truth because truth is one of the offsprings of love. And we have to get past all of the BS bullshit that has been fed to us in our religions. This idea of recycling our lives around and around and around, and for the most part, forgetting where we've been, forgetting anything we've learned, so that we never actually learn lessons unless we're willing to somehow step out of the box and start thinking and looking at things from different angles. And that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at things from different angles. I can see truth in reincarnation if it were a way of growing up, if it was a process of growth. But if it's wiped out, it's not a process of growth, it's a process of entrapment. And everything in our religions has been designed to entrap us by inflating our ego to say, this is the only truth. There is no only truth. Again, I keep saying that, I keep harping on that, because the only truth is to love one another and to love our neighbor as ourselves. It starts with us. It has to be an inside job, but it has to manifest in our lives, in the world around us. As long as we allow ourselves to be diverted from loving and diverted from the truth that would be a natural outflowing of love, we are going to remain in bondage. I want for me and for all of humanity, and if possible, all of creation, to be liberated, to be truly set free, so that we could enjoy peace not just on earth, but everywhere, so that we could travel like Anastasia, go from there to there, or beam me up, Scotty, the Star Wars movies. We could simply go where we wanted to go, dematerialize and rematerialize somewhere else. Because this is not our final form. I don't think that this is my final form, but it's the form I have now. And so I try to take care of my body. I try to honor myself by eating as good a diet as I can, a healthy a diet as I can, not perfect, but healthier than what it was most of my life. And I don't do things like smoking, and I don't drink alcohol, and I stay away from what are considered bad habits. If there's any bad habit that I don't get away from, it's I still have sexual urges from time to time that I have to take care of. But besides that, I pretty much stay within the bounds of what is considered natural law or common law or the good commandments. Not the first four commandments, throw them out. Throw them out. But thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery. Those are good ones. Anyway, folks, we need transformation. That's what I keep praying for. And I thank you, folks, for taking time to listen. Namaste.